Welcome back to yet another episode where we're going to speak about form over fitness, gymming to be particular. So, in this episode, we're going to be tackling working out in the gym, particularly. So, basically, when it comes to gymming, it's famous for use of weights because most of the people that go to the gym, they involve the use of weights to train. So, with this, you also have to start again, as I said, with a particular objective. What do you want to get out of this? Do you want to bulk up? Do you want to get shredded? Do you want to get more flexible? Like, you just need to get your priorities straight. Know what you want so that when you do get into it, you're at a better position of getting what you want. It's like setting yourself up for success by doing the small things that you can do, that is in your power to do, and then putting in the work, and then now hoping for the best. That's basically how life goes, actually. But when it comes to gymming, you also need to consult a trainer or a gymnast. And the goodness about gyms is that they're always there. There's always a trainer. There's always a trainer present, just in case someone needs them for consultation on how to use a particular machine or equipment, or maybe there might be an injury, and they're there to help out. So depending on the gym and where you go to work out, make sure you consult a gymnast before you start all of this, because they really help you in your journey moving forward. So let's get right into it. For this particular session, I recorded myself with the help of a friend who we actually worked out with later, and you will see that. It was a fun session. I actually enjoyed it. I'm saying that I have gone to gym before. I've gymmed before for like 3 months straight. But it has been a while since I went gymming. But for the particular purpose of this video, I had to show you guys that there are various ways to work out. There are various ways to train and be fit. So this is just one of the ways. So here it goes. So this is just like us getting into the gym, viewing the particular equipment. That machine you see there is used to work out the legs, the calves, thighs, and also the glutes. This one at our front is used to work out the forearms, the back, and the arms as well. These are dumbbells of varying sizes that can really help you in terms of these workouts, the arm workouts. Arm workouts here, yeah. And then there's the bike, and also there's also a bar for, like, you can use for glutes. It targets the glutes. That is a side bench down there, and this is the workout space. There's an incline and decline bench on our side. This is the incline bench, this right here, the blue one. Then the black one is the decline bench. So all of these equipments, they help you target particular parts of your exercise, of your body, I mean. Like, that's why I'm saying it's really important to know what you want to get out of all of these workouts. Because when you know what you want to get out of these workouts, you are better equipped. And as always, start with a warm-up. You can skip rope and also do aerobics. This particular purpose, I skipped rope for a while. I wanted to give you like a breakdown of what was going on, or what should go on when you're in a gym. Because everywhere you go, there's a particular etiquette that, like working out in an office. Oh, sorry, not working out in an office. Being in an office, being at the gym, being at school. There's particular etiquette that you need to learn. And I would say learn this before going there. Just find out from your friends, from people who have gone there, from gymnasts, or just go for the first time and learn as you go. That's actually the best approach. So you can warm up with that. You can warm up with a bike. You can actually do some run. It didn't have the running machine, so the escalator, there wasn't one, but you work with what you have. This is the beauty of this. In every situation, be it a home workout, be it being in the gym, work with what you have. Stop thinking in terms of limit. When you think in terms of lack, you're always gonna remain there because you're like sina, the same way tunakuwa sina pesa, so hii biashara itakaa, sina pesa, so nini, sina means, sina mtu wa kunisaidia. Like, work with what you have. Yes, those are valid things not to have, but then at the same time, there is so much more you can do with what you have. So I warmed up with this, and then I started my workouts with this machine. Basically, this is for the squats, and as you can see, I'm sinking into them. My legs are a bit wider than my waist. Depending, there are different variations of squats. You can do a squat with your legs directly below your waist, like waist distance apart, or you can take it atop, you can make it wider. So with this one I was doing that, and as you can see, this is the particular form in which it's supposed to look like. Then I wanted to show you how to use the dumbbells. You can use them for various arm exercises, and I will demonstrate them as you see. Here I involved the use of the incline bench, where I'm using them, I'm pushing them upwards. So what this activates is, this is the chest area plus the bicep, yes, the bicep and the chest area. This is what it's mostly activating. Then we can move. So here, as you can see, we are consulting. I'm consulting with an instructor because I hadn't really interacted with this machine before. There are different forms of this machine in different gyms, but for this gym particularly, I hadn't been here, so I had to find out how it works to avoid injury and to avoid usikwe mjuaji sometimes. Uliza, afadhali kuuliza si ujinga. You might look like a fool for the first 5 seconds, but then afterwards you're good. It's better to remain foolish. Just remain foolish and accept learning. So with gymming, as you can see, it didn't have any weights on it. So you have to go get the weights and put them on either side. And also, which is part of gym etiquette, you must as well remove the equipment after you're done, so that the next person coming in will have an easier time. They will come and use the weights they want to use. So basically with this, we just did the workouts. As you can see, the workouts, I was mostly working out my calves here. The first stance that I'm using here was using my legs being straight. You can either place your legs straight, you can place them apart, or you can tilt them inwards. And depending on how you place your legs, you're going to target different parts of the calf. If it's straight like this, there's this part of the calf you're going to target. If it's turned out like this, there's this other outer part. They have names for it, but it's not necessary you know the names. What's necessary is you know that with all these workouts, they're targeting particular points of your body. And it's necessary to target all of these points, but not all at once. There's a quote that says, you can get everything you want, but not all at once. So take your time. You see, I tilted my legs inwards now, and then I think I tilted them outwards towards the end. So take your time, use the weights. If you feel it's too light, you can add some more weights. If you feel it's too heavy, you can also remove some more weights, some less weights. So listen to yourself, be present enough to know what works for you. Start, and by starting, you get to know what works for you. So when working with weights, there are a lot of benefits in terms of, when it comes to working out, as I had said in a previous video, what matters is the resistance. There needs to be resistance between muscle. Muscle needs to have a sort of push and pull resistance. That's the best way to get the most out of the muscle. So when working with weights increases the amount of resistance that is present while working out. So you can see gains faster, let's say, by use of weights. But it depends on what you want to do. If you want to bulk up, using weights is the best option for you. Again, with the chest, you can also use these sets. And you can just, you need to know how to place your arms. And the goodness about these rods, they have a particular place where it's kind of like sectioned, it's kind of like ribbed. You can see it's a bit rough, so you can see that is a place to place your, that is the best place to place your arms. And then with back to the dumbbells, I'm showing you variations. You can do that. You can raise them as I had raised them. Then wait, and then I'm gonna change it up just right now. This one is mostly working the bicep when you're doing it like that, in this particular way. So I would encourage you to watch workout videos on Instagram instead of just following people. Follow these people. Follow these people who do and look the way you want. And maybe if they have their workout routines, just follow them and look what they're doing and try implementing those things. But before you do implement, please consult. Because some things may, if you mess up the form, you can injure yourself and you can injure your muscle. So there's that. And then there's also the machine I told you that works out the arms, the back. In terms of wording, when you get into a gym, it's necessary to know what machine does what and how it does it, so that you can use it to the fullest of its extent. You see, as well as working out the back and the arms, it can work out the chest. It's a multi-versatile sort of machine. And when you remove this rod, you can also input another rod which is used to work out the forearms, and you'll see it as the video goes on. So you work with the weights you have, you work with the weights that you feel are good for you, and you do the sets as we had spoken about. You do the repetitions. You can do 10, 12. 10, 12 is the basic minimum, but if you're starting out and maybe you've never even worked out in a gym or even done any form of exercise, you can start with whatever you max out with. Let's say you're doing a press up and then you're maxing out at 8. Start with 8, then go adding them forwards. So yeah, this is what I was talking about. Now I switched up the rod with these ropes. They're kind of like ropes with knobs at the end, and these knobs really help you to push down, because I use this area to kind of like move past the resistance. So like this. You can put your arms to your side, and then so basically it's working out your forearms and at the same time your area here. So this, what we did is, I showed you all the workouts, and then what we opted to do was begin. We began with my friend here, his name is Eliab, and we started off with the workout, with a warm-up from the get-go. Because, and I will stress, a warm-up is really essential in terms of doing these exercises. You can never go wrong when you warm up, especially in a gym. If you fail to warm up, you will have a difficult time. But if you don't want to take my word for it, by all means, kwa mjuaji. But basically we did the warm up, and then we added some aerobics and stretching. You can do a lot. Don't limit yourself. When it comes to workouts, there's a lot you can do. But we limit ourselves because what we look at or what we know is just this. So we just keep on doing this. But when you open your field of vision and you expand yourself, you see that there's a lot you can do, but you're limiting yourself. So don't limit yourself. So we worked out throughout we worked out, we were stretching, and then we went on to working out. And when you're working out with someone, there are some benefits to working out with someone, because you get to be a bit more, let's say, motivated. Do you know, let's say, when you're presenting something at school or at home, and your people are there to view it. Let's say you're presenting a poem, and your parents and brothers and sisters are there. You kind of like get more psyched up, because you just like, oof, damn, you want to shine more. Yeah. So basically, when you have a partner in a gym, or just a friend, or you're working out with other people, it kind of gives you a bit more psych. That's one of the benefits of working out here. And again, another benefit of the gym is that the environment always trumps will. Your environment determines how and what you will end up doing. So basically, with an environment like this, let's say you're always going to the gym every day, that environment kind of like primes you. You're like, I'm here to do a particular thing. I'm here to focus on something. I'm here to work on my physical fitness. And that is not lost on you, because when you look around, you're able to do that. This, aside from the house, the home workouts, whereas you can look around and you see your couch, you want to rest. When you see your bed, you want to just sleep. I'm not saying it's disadvantageous. I'm just telling you the advantages of this. But again, I say this. If this is not up to par with what you can maintain in terms of like, maybe this, because I know gym is not the most affordable option, it is expensive. So when you are working out and you have tried the gym and you really want to do the gymming because you like that, but you can't afford it right now, then start with home workouts. Because even if you go to a gym, this was my experience the first time round. I went to a gym and they had me on body workouts. I was just using my body weight, for the first 2 weeks. That is how they evaluate where you're at in terms of fitness levels. So even if you go to a gym, they will have you go through that. So what I would advise is build up your physical prowess in terms of using your body to lift your body. Again, I will refer to Shaun T, because this guy really like had a huge impact on me. One of the things he said was that if you can lift your body, if you can lift yourself and lift your body, then there's pretty much anything else you can like really find a way to do, because that kind of like builds into your mental frame that you are capable. I'm capable of lifting myself. I can be able to take care of myself. I can be able to take charge of myself. You see, it's symbolic in a way, and at the same time, it's figurative. It's literal and figurative at the same time. Because if you can do that for you, then hizi zingine will just, all other like things that look like problems can just fall away, because you're like, if I did this, then I'm capable. So yeah, as you can see, we were doing like the workouts there, and there can be some downsides to working out with someone else. The problem is this: you can have an over-reliance again. The same way you can have an over-reliance to the music, you can have an over-reliance to the gym and someone being there. And that's a problem, because if you rely too much on someone being present for you to work out, you're essentially limiting yourself to that person's presence. And that means when they're not there, you will not work out. And that can really mess you up, because I'm sure as people, we have different times, different objectives, different priorities. So if you set yourself that you're going to depend on someone to be there for you to work out, you're setting yourself up. You're setting yourself up for failure. So what I would say is build the mental strength on your own. Build the practice on your own, and then let others come in to complement you. You get? It's not that they must be there and you do what you need to do. No. When they're there, they're adding to you. But when they're not, you're still going strong. You get? So focus on that. Focus on you being present and not worrying about anything else. When you come to the gym, when you're working out of the house, when you're doing anything, just be present. Be present and be very intentional with everything you're doing. When you do this, you get to reap the most out of anything you're doing. Be it work, be it gymming, be it a conversation. Everything and anything you do with presence and intentionality, you get to reap the most out of them. So yeah. Plus, you should have fun. You should have fun with these workouts, because as you can see, we were switching up from workout to workout, and by this time, as I was doing these kind of like squats, weighted squats, they're called weighted squats. When I was doing these weighted squats, as you can see, as you can see, Eliab is already tired, but he's tired but still going strong. Do you see? He's tired, but he went to the bike. He still wants to do something even in that tired state. This is like breathing. He's taking a breather, but he's keeping his body pumped. Because when you're doing this, even if it's so low level, what happens is your blood continues to flow. The problem where we find many people suffer in terms of gymming, they go to the gym, they get tired, but they take too long to recover. And when you take too long to recover, you have to warm up again, because your blood has already like the blood pumping in your veins has already like reduced the pressure. You're not like cool, and your muscles are not really active. So if you get into the workouts like that, you're gonna have a hard time. But when your blood is like hot and you're like pumped, it's gonna be easy transition for you. So doing something like this, a small low level workouts, it can really help. Also consider the HIIT exercises, high intensity interval training exercises, where you have 45 minutes high intensity and like 15 seconds to 30 seconds low intensity. It like raises your blood pressure and lowering it, and that kind of like helps you really pump out a lot. You get to get a lot of energy from it, and at the same time it helps to reduce the fatigue that comes with working out. And also a benefit of lunges and squats is that when you do lunges and squats, especially when you are present, as I had said, it helps you to get less tired. Like when you're getting into another workout the next day, it builds strength. I don't know the exact sciences behind it, but I will look it up and come and help y'all, because this is a community. We need to build a community of people that believe in you and have the same goals or aspirations as you. That way, when you falter, they can always remind you, by the way, see, you want this and this, so kwa nini umeachana nayo? You see, that's the benefit of a community. So basically, we did the workouts, and we were about to round up. I finished with these workouts that I had shown you in the previous video, and as you can see, they're applicable anywhere. You can come to a gym and still do the same. If you want the environment, well and good, you can still come to the gym and still do the same. But what makes the difference is, are you doing it to the best of your capabilities? When you choose to max out, when you choose to go all the way, that's when you get to see the real benefits coming out of this. Plus, another thing is that it really primes you to bringing your best, bringing your A game whenever you're doing anything. It kind of like primes you that way. And that's why I said gymming or any form of exercise, be it home workouts or anything, is more mental than we have come to understand. Especially me, what I thought of it before, and now through my experience, I can say I've had a total shift in terms of how I think about my trainings and the benefits and what I get from them and what I don't get from them. So it's a call to unlearn and learn new things. Learn anew what you thought you knew. So it's really good. And as you can see, we were finishing up the workouts. And as we finished up again, very important to stretch. Because when you do stretch, you get to relax the muscles and everything in your body gets to cool down now. And when it cools down in a relaxed state, the muscles won't contract and azitakazana. I have experienced where sometimes you don't stretch or you don't stretch well, and then the next day maybe you are lifting a lot of weights, your hand your hand inakosa hata kufunguka, iko zile za hivi, like, oh goodness. And the only way to beat that is either to wait it out for the next 3 days or to just do another form of press up or just lift another weight. It's that easy. When you activate the muscle again, it just opens up. That's it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed this session as much as I did, because it's a journey. You get to discover and make it what you want it to be. So enjoy, my friends. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Yeah. So yeah, looking back, and you see, this is the beauty about working out. When you look back, you're like really appreciative of the effort you put in, because this is an investment. An investment not only in it's an investment in yourself. It's an investment for now, and it's an investment for the future. So choose you, choose to invest in you, and train like hell. Because why not? Why not? Why not? You can. Have fun, move, and take up space. Yeah. Bye.